Today I'm going to be providing you 10 solid tips to help you beat Nightmare. I've already beat Nightmare 8 plus times in the last week, and I've noticed on when picking up randoms from LFG, a lot of these tips I have for you right here are not being implemented. So I'm going to get right into the tips. First tip isn't applicable to all. You do need continue cards in order to do this. There is a trick with the continue cards when you do get to the point in your supply line when it pops up in the bottom right as a single option. It's only one thing for the continue. What you do is you just keep buying that and you don't buy anything else. And roughly every 5 minutes you can buy another continue. You can either even go get more supply points and go back after that game and buy more continues. So here is the tip. On mission 1 of the act, whether it's act 1 or 2 or 3, everyone select a deck but don't lock in. This gives all players one additional card. Next, assuming the mutators aren't complete crap like getting the dark at the start, which you might want to just reset and get new mutators. Assuming you're fine with the mutators, or corruption cards, you're going to fail the mission on purpose. At this point, everyone will add a continue card. Now you have 4 continues. Everybody will fail the mission until 2 or 1 continues, whatever the team is comfortable with, and then you will beat the mission. Next mission, everyone adds a continue again. You repeat the fail process till you're at a comfortable continue mark. You could do this one more time on mission 3. Generally, my teams just do it for the first 2 missions. The purpose of doing this is to get many cards fast in the act. Our second tip is to always buy quick item, support, and offensive upgrades whenever possible. Quick item is huge for a good dock. You get it on the razor wire, you get it on the defibs, very good one. Support, obviously, for the dock. Keeping the team alive means easy wins. And lastly, offensive upgrade for the flashbang, pipe bomb, and if you have a boss killer or a grenade, half grenade deck. Definitely get those 3 upgrades whenever possible. Other ones are less important. Next tip we have, always have a doc. Doc should carry the bandages, players should carry the med kits. It takes way too much time for a doc to hunt down the players. If you got a doc and he's always like, yo, come here, like, no. Doc should be carrying bandages and easily be able to heal players with bandages, never going back for med kits because the players should drop the med kit for the doc, and then they're right there for the doc to use the med kit. Doc carries bandages, players carry med kits. Next up we have only use defib. This is actually a 2-part to this tip. Only use defibs and med kits to restore extra lives. Should run needs of the many also in the first 2 cards for that extra life, especially on Nightmare. If you're dead, it's a problem, but when you can revive them and then you revive them with the defib and they get the life back, it's a lot easier. Our 4th tip is play smart, not long. Think of this like you're playing a battle royale and you have to make the split decisions in a split second. You need to look at items quickly and decide. The longer you spend not progressing, the more chances you have that mutations will wear you down. You should also never have 3 people or multiple people checking the same alley, especially when you're really closely grouped together. Should never have 4 people in a toolkit room. Always one person should be on guard. And make decisions quick. The less time you make decisions, the less mutations you have to fight, the easier your run will be. Next tip we have is 1 player should run compound interest. This card offers the most bang for the buck, providing your team can consistently make it to the safe room. So if you're running with a good team, you can make your run much easier with 1 person running compound interest. Money should be spent mostly by team decision, so compound interest is an excellent card to have. Next up we have stay in groups, whether it be 2 or 4. This goes off what I was saying about always having 1 guard when you go in the toolkit room. Either have 2 go in. You should always have call outs. That's why nobody should be grouped up in a location checking items. You have 1 person search, they call out the items that they think others may want. It only takes about 10 seconds or less for a monstrous jockey to pin somebody and you're dead. So Stay in groups, whether it be two or you're all grouped up in four, because solo, if you get screwed, you're screwed. Next up, we have always take higher rarity weapons that fit your build, unless maybe if it's one rarity higher and it's got broken attachments and you got good attachments. It may say on the stats that a higher rarity weapon does slightly more damage, but it actually does much more damage. So always be upgrading weapons that fit your build. Next up, we have move slow but fast. And what I mean by that is don't run into areas, don't run into the next room, check corners. You want to be moving as fast as safely possible. Sleepers can call hordes that surround you. Sleeper hordes suck, so especially if you're not ready for it. Groups of zombies can pop out from nowhere. You might think, oh, it's one or two, and then 10 are right on you. If you get swarmed, you're probably dead. So check your corners, don't run into rooms solo. Watch horde timers. This is another big one. If you get caught in the horde in the open, you're probably screwed. Have a set location to bunker down for hordes and know how long you have before you have to bunker down. Like if you have your set spot to bunker down, it takes you 30 seconds to get back. Start heading back at 35 to 40 seconds so you make sure that you are all good to go and just can annihilate the horde and not take damage. You're caught out in the open, you're dead. And the last tip we have is still struggling or want to make it significantly easier. Use the 2 dead glitch I recently shared to become more OP. Currently, you can still do this. Only 3 players can do it. The host cannot, but it removes all trauma, gives you back all your health, and gives you access to having double plus the cards you could have if you didn't do it. And that is 10 top tips to help you beat Nightmare. I hope that helps, and good luck.